Today, we will review the document, How to Indicate the Property's Location in Flood Zones, which, effective October 18, 2020, is one of the General Land Office's supplemental documents to assist in meeting voluntary buyout or acquisition program requirements. A hyperlink to the GLO's How to Indicate the Property's Location in Flood Zone form can be found on the Texas General Land Office website at recovery.texas.gov. To locate the document, go to the Local Buyout and Acquisition Program page, which is linked below in the description section of this video. Scroll down to the left side checklist section, and under Supplemental Documentation, click on the How to Indicate the Property's Location in Flood Zone link. Once you click on the link, your computer will download the instructions document. Please note you will need Microsoft Word to view the document. The Local Buyout and Acquisition Program requires that the properties to be bought out or acquired are located in a floodway, floodplain, or designated disaster risk reduction area, also known as DRRA. The subrecipient, when designing the program and drafting their program guidelines, should identify and designate the target area to be acquired. Only properties located within the identified target area are eligible for the program. To comply with Local Buyout and Acquisition Program requirements, the identified target area must be located in a floodway, floodplain, or designated disaster risk reduction area. All applicants of the Buyout or Acquisition Program are required to have in their left side file a copy of a map clearly indicating the location of the property applied for, overlaid with the DRRA or floodplain or floodway. The purpose of the How to Indicate the Property's Location in Flood Zone form is a supplemental document that serves as a resource to assist subrecipients in mapping the buyout or acquisition property in relation to floodways or floodplain, otherwise known as special flood hazard areas. If the property is in a disaster risk reduction area not located in a floodplain or floodway, the subrecipient will need to create a different map identifying the property within a map of the disaster risk reduction area. Disaster risk reduction areas must be established in the program's guidelines. To designate the area, the subrecipient must demonstrate that the hazard must have been caused or exacerbated by the presidentially declared disaster area. The hazard must be a predictable environmental threat to the safety and well-being of the inhabitants as evidenced by the best available data and science. The disaster risk reduction area must be clearly delineated so that HUD and the public may easily determine which properties are located within the designated area. It is recommended that the subrecipient map out the property in relation to the target buyout or acquisition area early in the program eligibility review process. This is an obvious and common way applicants could be determined ineligible. Determining ineligibility based on the property location early can save subrecipient resources. For this video, we will use an example of a fictional applicant and location to explain the process. The property selected has no relation to the GLO or the Local Buyout or Acquisition Program. Our fictional applicant, Mr. Robert Rodriguez, has a property he applied to be bought out with Rongo County's Local Buyout or Acquisition Program. On his application, the property is located at the fictional address of 100 Louisiana Street, Houston, Texas 77002. Step 1. The first step in creating the map is to determine the latitude and longitude for the buyout or acquisition property using the address provided in the intake beneficiary application. Note, the floodplain mapping application does allow for the insertion of the property address to look up in the map. However, not all addresses will come up on the map or will be pinpointed correctly. If the property address does work on the Flood Partners website, this step can be skipped. In order to determine the latitude and longitude for the buyout or acquisition property, the subrecipient should go to www.lat-convert-to-lat-long.html and enter the address in question. The property to be bought out is located at 100 Louisiana Street, Houston, Texas 77002. The subrecipient inserted that address into the address box, and they clicked Find. The map will automatically generate the latitude and longitude coordinates below. Step 2. The next step that the instructions tell the subrecipient is to go to www.floodpartners.com to locate the buyout or acquisition property on the floodplain map. First, enter the property latitude and longitude determined previously, or the property address in the search bar. The map will then zoom to the location input. You can see that the map is color coordinated to delineate the different zones. The legend is located at the top right to show what each color or symbol means. You can see in our example, the property is located in a blue area. Looking at the legend, this is a flood hazard zone with 1% annual chance flood hazard. It also says Zone AE right in the map next to it as well. Another tool of the map is that you can add or remove layers as desired by clicking on the layer icon on the top right corner. Step 3. Step 3 is saving the map to the file. To save the map, there are a few options. Option 1, you can follow the steps outlined by the guide. If your browser will give you the option, you can right-click on the screen and click Print Preview. Once you click Print Preview, a screen will pop up and you can select to print to a printer for a paper copy, or you can print to PDF for a digital copy of the map. Another option for saving the file is to click on the NFHL print tool at the top left of the map. First, select the property location as your pinpoint by clicking on the 3 dots at the bottom of the location search result. Then select Set as Input of NFHL Print Tool. Returning to the NFHL Print Tool, determine whether you want to download just a print size map or a full-sized firm. For the purposes of this document, select Format. Then save the file format to PDF and click Run. Note, the creation of the map may take several minutes. Then the Output tab will provide a link to the map. Click the link under Output File. Then there will be an output file showing with the property location pinpointed. The latitude and longitude of the pinpointed location are at the top left of the form in degree minutes and seconds. Save the document to the file or print it accordingly to the web browser you are using. Typically, at the top right of the page, there will be a download or save button and a print button. Then print or save the file to the applicant's left side file. In addition to using floodpartners.com to download the property over floodplain maps, you can go directly to FEMA NFHL Viewer on FEMA's website at the website shown on the video, or from FEMA's Flood Map Center at msc.fema.gov. These maps all use FEMA NFHL data to create their maps and will provide the same product. It is the subrecipient's discretion as to which tool is easiest to use. Subrecipients should ensure that their maps include the exact pinpoint of the property, the latitude and longitude, and the relation to the flood zone. We hope you enjoyed this training on the How to Indicate the Property's Location in Flood Zones form. If there are any additional questions during the completion of the requirement, subrecipients should reach out to their General Land Office grant manager. Additional videos covering the other required local buyout and acquisition forms are, or will soon be, available at the same location you are viewing this one.